My name is Gio.
My name is Chera.
I also go by the name Prometheus Brown. I'm a musician by trade.
Like a jukebox, blaring Tupac, tearing roofs off, wearing tube socks with them two stripes.
A rapper, and we're
putting together a fried pancit palabok.
It's a take on a popular Philippine dish, and the kind that we have has a little bit of Northwest flavor in it. Marinated shrimp.
We met when we were both in Bremerton, Washington.
We were like in 8th grade. Both of our dads were in the Navy, and we actually started dating in 9th grade.
High school sweethearts.
Both my parents are from the Philippines. They are of the 50s generation who came of age during the Marcos dictatorship. They both left the Philippines in the mid-70s. My dad via the Navy, my mom as a domestic worker, and they actually met in Italy.
Both my parents are Filipino, and so I guess I would call myself a 1.5 generation Filipino-American. We immigrated in 1986.
The 8 shrimp that we set aside earlier, we're gonna deshell it and process the heads and shells. As a kid growing up, we didn't have much, but we always had food. We were always nourished, and there's that whole thing, like you go into a Filipino household, whether you're a family friend or a stranger, you will get offered food.
The essential part of what makes the gravy of the palabok taste the way that it does is the crab fat. So I'm going to deshell the crab and take out all the meat and then scoop out the crab fat.
It was actually Chera's idea that we do a pop-up.
Doing our pop-ups have been really fun and exciting. I come from a family where my parents had to sit down together at the dinner table every day at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it really was the time where we took our time, we talked to each other.
What's the name of your pop-up again?
Do you want me to say it?
You can say it.
It's food and You know, it's one of the things when you first learn something about a new culture. Oftentimes people will talk about the food and learn maybe a cuss word from that language. A lot of the prep is really in the gravy. And once you have that down, you just put all the components together and it's good to go.
Butter roux. 1 part fat, 1 part flour, cooked at a high heat for 30-40 minutes straight. Put the annatto powder in to color and flavor it with a little bit more nutty flavor. Our friend Garrett made the suggestion to turn a hard-boiled egg into a 6-minute egg, with the egg running alongside the dish.
Alrighty, straight into an ice bath.
We got a fistful of these dried pancit noodles. Usually boil them, and we're just gonna throw them into the oil for a couple seconds and watch them flour.
I think ACRS is such an important organization, especially for the Asian American community who lack resources, especially with counseling, mental health, youth development. Those are all things that I've seen ACRS do.
Growing up as a second generation son of immigrants in America, there's a little bit of identity crisis that goes on. Who am I? Do I belong here? We can either have our assimilation control us, or we can be in charge of like what we choose to continue from a legacy of tradition while blending it with what's new in our surroundings. I do that with the music that I make and the food that I make.
You're doing something artistic, you're doing something cultural, and to be able to see people laughing, enjoying food, and to be able to play a role in that and helping bring people together has been really amazing.
It's a similar experience of, when I step on stage and the crowd's feeling it. It's kind of 2 different versions of the same energy and passion that you put into something.